Now, when you're looking at the Aoki Lock, again, it's just like the heel hook, just in a different position. I have to be able to control two different parts of my opponent's leg. Okay, the lower half and the upper half. Okay. Now, when I'm attacking with the Aoki Lock, it's all going to be based on the position and the position of my partner's foot. Typically, when I'm attacking that type of a grip, with the Aoki Lock requires, they're going to give me one of two things. They're either going to give me this Steam Lock, or I'm going to get the Aoki Lock. Okay. Now, one of the first ways, I've taught this numerous times. I've had a few of my guys actually use this in competition, like 2 months ago, and win his first match in the Open. But again, it's a super effective lock, but it's also hard to get. Meaning that there's a lot of things positionally that have to go into the Aoki Lock in order for it to be effective. Okay, but once you get the basic premise and the idea and the position of it, you'll start to see it everywhere. Okay, so for example, use Brad. Okay, easiest, simplest place to hit it. Okay, the first is going to be standing, just like the Steam Lock. Okay, so we're here. He's got De La Hiva. Okay, now certain things. So positionally, if his foot is on my left hip, he's giving me the Aoki Lock. If it's on my right hip, he's giving me the Steam Lock. Okay, so when I'm here, okay, all I'm gonna do, I need to flare the knee open just slightly, because in order for me to get the lock, I need the foot to internally rotate. Okay, the more I can rotate, the better. Okay, and because of this rotation, if I don't lock down the upper half of that leg somehow, if I turn, he can easily turn with it, right? So my grip for the Aoki Lock, okay, I'm gonna catch it here. I want the toes of my armpit, again, it's very similar to the heel hook. I want the bottom of his foot on my chest. Okay, I'm gonna hook, get the crook of my elbow at that little at the corner of his heel, where his heel or his foot meets the rest of his leg. Okay, I'm gonna hook. I want to get my forearm underneath the heel. Okay, I'm gonna rear naked choke grip, and then I'm gonna drive my leg forward. Okay, putting weight on his leg so he doesn't spin when I rotate. Okay, because again, just like the heel hook, okay, if I was on this side, it's the same movement, just a different grip. Okay, so now I'm here. Okay, I could, if I need to flare the heel open just a little bit more, I can just push the knee out and then fold the toes into my armpit. I keep this high and tight to my chest, okay? And all I'm doing is driving my knee to the floor, or into the back of his leg, and I'm dropping my toes, or my armpit into his toes while I lift his heel up. Make sense? So again, armpit pushes down, forearm pulls the heel up. And again, if you're not actively pushing or driving your knee into the back of this thigh, this is gonna happen. Make sense? So again, that's why I was talking about, just like with the heel hook, I have to somehow control the upper and lower half of the leg. If I don't control the upper half of the leg, he's gonna spin, and I'm not gonna be able to create that pressure to get the submission. Because that control that I'm applying to control the upper half of his leg is giving me the counter pressure to be able to twist his heel to the air and get the submission. Okay, so make no mistake, it's gonna attack the knee. Go slow, very slow, okay? And tap early, please. Yeah?
Are you tracking the heel hook in any way?
So, yeah, that's a good question. So that my pressure, he has a hook, the pressure I'm placing here kind of pinches this leg in between my calf and my hamstring. Okay, so when I'm here, I catch it here, I drive, just it doesn't require a lot of torque. Okay, if I'm lazy with this grip, if it's here, there's no submission. So I have to get the toes in the armpit, the heel in front of my chest. Okay, so I have the bottom of his foot on my chest. Yeah? Yes.
With your right foot,
yeah.
If you don't sink it high up on his hip,
yeah.
Is there just going to be more rotation he can make?
Yes, because even if I'm here like this, and I start turning,
are we going to pop out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Which is why I was saying I need to control the upper half of his leg. The only way I could control the upper half of his leg is by driving my knee down into the back of his leg. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions? Let's go drill. 1, 2, 3.
Me, I have a question.
Yes.
If the outside, if I was attacking the outside heel hook, is that gonna? I'm not sure why that would not work, or would that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would, but it's just the position of the body would be different, and you wouldn't be standing. You know, and so because if I just try to go for an outside heel hook and lift, the body's just gonna lift just like if I didn't put my knee or my shin in the back of the leg and I started twisting, they'll just roll. If I just grab the heel hook and pull, they're just gonna roll.
Okay, because outside of their hip is.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So again, so you just get the basic grip and how the knee needs to be orientated. You'll see it everywhere. Okay. So now that I know the foot that whatever foot I'm going to attack, I need to know that that knee needs to point away while the heel points towards me. So again, regardless of the position, okay, knees away, heels toward me. Make sense? So one of the first, okay, so let's turn this way. So I touched on this in my last class about defense and countering, right? So again, when my leg is straight, okay, even though if I try to put the boot on, his hips are going to be more than strong enough to recreate the bend in my leg. Okay? So again, what I have to do is I need to rotate my leg out of alignment with his center line, pointed towards the ceiling, and then I put the boot on. So now I just bought myself some time, and no matter what he does to thrust his hip to create a bend, he's not going to be able to. Okay? Because again, my knee or the back of my knee is not in line with his center line. Once I establish this position with my leg, I put the boot on and I'm curling my toes up. Now I can go ahead and start attacking my Aoki Lock. So my right hand is going to come underneath his calf. Okay? I'm going to slide that up towards me here. Okay? Now again, his knees away, heels pointed towards me. My left hand is going to come to the heel. My right hand is going to come to the back of that hand, kind of like the butterfly grip that I was showing in my last class. And then all I have to do now is maintain that boot, okay? And then I just tilt, okay? If I'm loose with this, if I don't have that boot on and I try to tilt, again, I'm not controlling the upper half of that leg, okay? So just like I was saying earlier, I have to control the upper half of the leg and the lower half to give myself the opportunity to create the torque for the submission.
Feel like that?
I'm always going to preface it to, I have to ask the IBJJF referee. Yeah. Okay. I have to clarify with them, with the IBJJF.
This one's not as hideable.
Yeah.
It's legal if you're brown belt, right?
Yes. If you're brown belt, black belt, adult, it's legal.
No gi.
No gi. No gi. Yes. Okay. So again, he's got Ashi. Okay. I rotate, I corkscrew my leg. Toes are pointed up. My right hand goes under. Okay. And I just slide it up. Okay. Now I have the heel exposed. The toes are in my armpit. I butterfly grip the heel. Okay. And then I tilt. Okay, so I'm putting down, my armpit puts downward pressure on the toes while my hands push that heel up. Make sense? Pretty simple? Yep. So again, we're here, knee, look, corkscrew, rotate, putting the boot on, hand goes through this opening right here, and I slide it up to pull this heel up into my chest. Butterfly grip the heel, and then tilt. Cool? Let's go play. 1, 2, 3. All right, so, stay over here, it's good. So, now here, knowing he could throw the Aoki Lock on me, okay? I want to throw it on him. Okay, so this is very similar to the Victor Hugo one, okay? So what I need to do is I need something to help me create the bend in the knee to flare it out. Okay? So I'm gonna bring my right foot in here. Okay? To create like a butterfly hook. And then again, like I was saying earlier, I need to control that the upper half of the leg. Right? So what this is doing is helping me create the distance. It's my distance control. Helps me keep the bend. Okay, and this is going to also help me control the upper half of his body as well. I could push down or I could hook around the leg here. But right here, again, same thing. My wrist is at the heel. I punch it in here. Okay? If I'm here, okay, I keep this foot on the hip. It looks like a straight ankle lock, right? I'm going to extend my right leg so that it exposes the heel. Lock it up and finish. Sorry, come again. Make sense?
The other side.
Okay. So again, I have Ashi, okay? I'm going to bring my left foot hook, just like over, okay? And again, like I said, this controls the distance. So I'm extending my leg, okay? I'm doing a leg extension with my left foot, okay? Until it exposes the heel. Once it exposes the heel, comes up too high. God damn. Horse greases, motherfucker.
I'll
Makes-
edit that out.
Make sense, guys? So again, look, I'm here, or sorry, Ashi here, foot, leg comes over, okay? So my shin is kind of sitting across the back of the knee. I extend until the heel is exposed, and then I finish it. Make sense? Questions? Yeah.
6.
Just on
Now
that.
you're 7?
Just on that.
Go over here.
So I have Ashi, boom, okay, trying to fight for it. Maybe he put the boot on, okay? So again, I'm gonna bring my right foot out, hook the back of his leg here, okay? So I have my foot hooking the inside of the thigh. My shin is going across the back of the knee here, okay? I bring this foot over, okay? Now from here, I create the bend with my shin and my hip, okay? I'm here, look. I'm gonna push my elbow or my armpit into his shin, and I'm gonna leg curl my left leg as I thrust my hip in, right? Now, extend, heel exposure, tilt.
So you kind of follow, if they have a really straight move, you kind of
Yeah.
follow the back of their knee.
Yes, 100%. So, a particular situation would be is if he's trying to pull his foot out. He's actually giving you the Aoki Lock. When they're trying to escape, corkscrew their foot out. Like even a heel, like if I'm going for, let's say a heel hook, for example. Okay, so I'm here, right? You put ballerina toes, corkscrews his leg. Now I have the Aoki Lock. Hug, twist. Make sense? So whenever my partner does the ballerina toes and does any which way, turns it, like I said, he's going to, depending on the orientation of the foot, he's either going to give me the Aoki Lock or the Steama Lock. Make sense? Cool. Yes.
Whenever I throw my second foot over to like double ashi, I always get paper cutter locked on that top foot if it's uncovered. How are you doing that?
Slow here. Right, so that goes right? So move your arm. No, move your arm. This one?
Sorry. Oh.
Hug it. Wrap it around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that put you down too deep to get the heel across
Nope.
your chest and you can extend far enough?
It's
I
right
got
here.
short, stumpy legs, so that's a concern for me.
It's right here.
He's a little pulled up, bro. Just tiny.
I'm just as short. Okay? So I have the shin, I'm hiding this foot. Stretch, catch. Cool. Let's go play. 1, 2, 3. So when I fight for honey hole, I like this leg control. My legs, I don't have to overemphasize one over the other because my legs control this limb, my arms control this limb, right? So I'm here, with a nice tight grip, okay? Now, I go for this overhook, which is more common because we have the clover leaf, right? But what happens here a lot is everyone pulls this leg away and they give you the Aoki Lock. I just hug it and turn 100% of the time. Now, if he's being stubborn and he's not pulling it out, I'm gonna take my left leg here, okay? Just like we did with that last butterfly hook. I extend until the heel comes out. I catch and I tilt. Make sense? So, but like I said, most everyone pulls this leg out and they give it to you anyway. Okay? So you don't really need to do much, but just hug and turn. Yeah?
How are you controlling this thigh? I mean, like, because you said you have to control the top of the thigh and the bottom.
With this grip that I'm controlling this. Because remember, just like with the De La Riva one, I was driving my shin into this. Because if I stapled and pinned this hip, it controls this hip. Okay. Make sense?
What was Brad's question? I couldn't hear.
So what am I doing to control the upper half of this leg here? I'm controlling this leg or this hip. Kind of like what I was doing with the De La Riva, where I was driving my shin, trying to staple my leg in the back of his knee. Okay? Because if I control this hip here, it's going to naturally control this one. Okay? So again, I'm here, he pulls out, catch, tilt. Okay? I'm here, he doesn't pull out, I put my shin behind his leg, I extend, catch.
So that don't pull out.
Oh my God, this is going online, dude.
I got 2 kids.
Okay? Any questions? Yes.
How do you enter this?
The honey hole?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a number of ways we can do it, but I'm just going to step back. Here. Yeah. Okay, so one leg's in between. Control the leg, cross my feet. Catch. Twist. Cool? All right, let's go play. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, so we're in 50-50, okay? Same thing, I'm still controlling this far leg, right? But I don't have that same controlling mechanism. I don't have the same use of my legs that I had when we were in the honey hole, okay? When we're here, boom, I could use this foot here, right? But when I'm in honey hole, when I'm 50-50, it's much harder, and I got a weird cockeyed angle, right? And a lot of times, he's gonna have his leg crossed just like I have my legs crossed. And typically, it's always gonna be this outside leg on top to protect his right leg from being heel hooked, okay? So when we're here, okay, I wanna switch to 80-20, okay? So when I switch to the 80-20, I'm gonna sit out and pull my knees through, but both my feet are gonna come over at the same time, okay? So what I'm doing is this, look. Controlling here. Look, I keep my feet crossed. I turn, okay? I'm not gonna just release my hooks, put my foot in front of his belly and kick my left leg over. It has to happen at the same time. So I'm here, my knee comes through, and then I go get the 80-20 now, okay? Now, it's going to be much easier for me to attack this leg, okay? Now, when I'm attacking the Aoki, my right hand's going to pull the ankle towards me, okay? Now, I got like a straight ankle lock grip here. I'm going to cross my leg behind his knee. My right foot, okay, don't leave it here. You'll heel hook. Keep it in front. So I'm creating like almost like an X guard on this thigh, okay? From here, that's fine, okay? And then,
So little rotation. Perfect.
this way. So again, we're here at 50-50, kind of combat jiu-jitsu him. 80-20. Okay. Now, from here again, like I was saying earlier, I got to control the upper half of the leg. So my left foot's going to come through. I'm going to X my legs around his thigh. Okay. I'm going to pull this leg under my armpit and hold it like I'm catching like a straight ankle lock. Okay. Now, push. Uppercut that arm through so it exposes the heel in front of my chest. And then same thing, I'm just gonna tilt in that same direction where my armpit is going down into the toes and my forearm is lifting the heel. Make sense? Okay, so one more time. So again, we're in 50-50, okay? My feet are crossed. My hand goes behind me, okay? And now I'm gonna bring my right knee between his legs as my feet come over. But I gotta create that angle here, sliding my knee through, hook. Okay, catch the ankle, flare it out. Palm, rear naked choke grip. So, yeah. Oh shit, sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot the X. So I'm here again. There you go. Make sense? Cool?
Real quick, why do you choose like the butterfly grip over the rear naked choke grip? When
Because-
do you choose which grip to use?
The exposure of the heel, really, the only time that butterfly grip is there available is when I'm countering Ashigarami or the straight ankle lock. Because I'm pulling that heel up and just the angle of their body makes it easier to put my palm under the heel. Okay, all the other options, it's a little more difficult to get the palm under the heel. So that would be it. Most of the time, I'm typically going to get that rear naked choke grip. Make sense? All right, let's play with this for a few minutes, and then we'll close up. Okay? 1, 2, 3.